My cheating wife lied about promotion and moved to a new state to her boyfriend. Within days of her alleged promotion, we had a realtor looking at houses for us near what will be her new office. She was planning on being the one to do a final walkthrough after we picked a house via photos so she could get used to the new house. Conversations between us were only about logistics at this point. How would we handle moving, when was my last day, and where were the kids getting transferred to? While she was busy with such questions, I still had to go to work and get my job done. The next client I had was one of her coworkers. She came in with her kid's busted laptop where the screen took a basketball to the face. As I was filling out the intake form, she asked me how our kids were handling the transfer. I was confused because to my knowledge she didn't file a transfer request. Instead, she got a promotion. I asked her what she meant and she clarified that she was talking about the transfer request my wife put into the office. She said the promotion transferred her. I told her that my wife didn't put in a transfer request, but instead was given a promotion with a transfer. She then told me my wife's had that promotion since January and recently put in a transfer request that was approved. When she left, I checked our bank account on my phone and saw that the same amount she's always been paid was still what she was getting. I believe the coworker must have been mistaken, but when I went back home I spoke to my wife about it. She told me as if the coworker was just jealous she had been passed over for the promotion and wanted to add to the drama in our house. At the time I thought she was reasonable and I was able to apologize to her for the misunderstanding, but I wish I questioned her more. She told me she accepted the apology and that she assumed it was coming because of how helpful and attentive I had been. She must have spoken with the coworker about this. At some point, because when she came to pick up the laptop a few days later she refused to speak with me past hello and here's the bill and was glaring the entire time. I wasn't happy about the relocation but was in no position to disagree. While I was going through a closet where she normally hid the kids' Christmas presents, I found some old photo albums and clothes that belonged to her parents. Even though her parents despised me, it was my duty to drive a few hours to their house and deliver them their belongings. I soon arrived and it was an awkward meeting, but her mom did appreciate me bringing the photos to them. We had some small talk over a late lunch, and I asked how they felt about my wife's promotion and move. They seemed a little confused, and that's exactly when stuff slowly unraveled. According to her mother, she mentioned the promotion in January, when she got it. She had mentioned to her dad that we were saving the extra money just in case because of a business venture my boss and I were planning. She also said that we were going to try opening a location in the city we were moving to and I would be leading it. Her parents said they knew I was a failure of a businessman, so they were not hopeful this would go well, but they were glad she was able to transfer with her promotion to another office. I had no clue what they were talking about. I never had a business or even invested in one. Her lies were becoming as clear as daylight, but I couldn't confront her parents about it, so I pretended that their story was real. So much ran through my head during that drive home, and I was ready to confront her about everything. I guess her parents called while I was driving back and it tripped her up enough that she just told me everything. When I got back home ready to argue, I could tell she was distressed and wanted to tell me something. I asked her what was wrong and she dropped a nuclear bomb on me. According to her, she was cheating on me and had been for years. Once she got the promotion in January she set up a second bank account and had them split the check between the two. Her boyfriend in the city we were moving to had access to the new account. He already owned a house, but he used some of the money to fix it up a bit and was waiting for us to come, I guess to sweep her off her poor feet after my business failed. She didn't tell me about relocating on purpose. If we were married for a few years I'd be able to take it in, but we'd been married for over a decade and had 3 kids. She's been poisoning her parents' thoughts of me for years, and she's been lying to my parents and children. She told me that she planned to tell me this step by step, not all at once, but it was too late. She crushed my heart and left me broken. I told her she could do whatever she wanted but could not take the kids. Being the cheater she was, she agreed.